morning. Happy Sunday, April 19th. We are going to start a new unit today called Caring. How do I care for myself? Well, I'm going to start out just like normal, and I'm going to tell you my wows and my pows. My wow this week was that we taught our 1-month-old puppy how to do an Easter egg hunt. And it was very entertaining, and she did very well. I think she has a good nose and could smell all her little training treats inside the eggs. And my POW is the same I've been holding on to, oh goodness, I guess it's been over a month now, and that is that our world be free of COVID-19, and that anyone that may have contracted it heals up. Let me think here. We would be doing other things right now, but in our caring unit, we have an affirmation, and I'm going to show it here now and at the end. And it says, I ask for what I need, and I care for myself. And this particular lesson has a song that goes with it, and singing on my own is not really my favorite thing to do, but for you, my Unity friends, I will do it. And it's called Every Little Cell. It goes like this. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. Every little cell in my body is happy. Every little cell in my body is well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. I'm so glad every little cell in my body is happy and well. And it repeats that over and over again. And you can do it for as long as you want, and that is the tune of shortening bread. Yeah. And now if you go on YouTube, there is a lady there by the name of Allison Davies, Davies, and she has a good rendition of it. So, yeah. And taking that energy of the song, I'm going to lead right into our meditation. So, take a deep breath in. Center yourself, and as I read this, you can just relax. It's very short. Let's take this healthy, happy energy into our bodies as we prepare for our time of meditation. First, let's put our hands over our hearts and thank God for the life that beats there. Thank you, God, for helping us care for our hearts. Now, let's put our hands on our heads. And just imagine all the amazing and wonderful ideas that are being created there. Thank you, God, for helping us take care of our minds so that we can think and create in caring ways. Now, let's put our hands on our tummies and imagine all of the good, life-giving food that our tummies take in. Thank you, God, for the food and for our tummies that know just how to use that food to give us energy. Through you, God, all of our needs are met. We can take good care of ourselves because you take such good care of us. Thank you, God. Amen. Now, I'm going to just go right into the story, like we always do. And today's story is called Moses in the Bulrushes. I shall read it to you, and then I'll show you the pictures. In Egypt, a new pharaoh came to the throne. Since Joseph's time, the children of Israel had grown powerful and numerous, and the new king was frightened that they would overrun his country. We must take precautions against them, he said to his counselors. If war breaks out, they may side with our enemies and defeat us. First, he gave orders that the Israelites should be treated as slaves and made to work in gangs, building roads and cities. Then he made a ruling that any male child born to an Israelite woman should immediately be put to death. Now there was a young married woman of the tribe of Levi who had recently given birth to a boy. Both parents were delighted, and they made up their minds that their son should escape Pharaoh's cruel command. For the first 3 months of the baby's life, his mother managed to hide him in the house, but soon he grew too big to hide, and she knew that she could no longer keep him. With a heavy heart, she made a covered cradle out of dried reeds, which she made watertight by covering it with tar and clay. In this she tenderly placed her baby and left him hidden among the bulrushes on the banks of the Nile. All this was watched by the baby's sister, who remained near at hand so that she could see what would happen. It was not long before Pharaoh's daughter, accompanied by her maid, came down to the river to bathe. Catching sight of the little cradle, she sent one of the girls to bring it to her. As the princess gently removed the cover, the baby began to cry, and her heart was touched. "This must be a Hebrew child," she said. At that moment, the baby's sister came forward and, curtsying low to the princess, asked if she could help. "Shall I find a nurse among the Hebrew women to look after the baby?" she said. The princess was delighted with the suggestion, and the girl ran quickly home to fetch her mother. The princess was happy to employ the woman. "If you will look after the boy," she said, "I will pay you well." So the baby's real mother was able to bring him up. In time, Pharaoh's daughter, who had grown to love the child, adopted him as her son. "I will call him Moses," which means to draw out, she said, because I drew him out of the water. And here is a picture of the basket that Moses was placed into, and here is a picture of the Pharaoh's daughter and Moses' little sister keeping watch over him as he had taught him. Now, here are a few questions I'm going to ask you just to think about. What did the baby's mother do when she knew that she could no longer keep him? What did she do? And how was that caring for her baby? Well, she knew that he would die if she didn't take care of him. So she put him into that basket, and she put him at the edge of the water along the Nile River. That was definitely caring for him, right? Otherwise, he might have perished. And what did the baby's sister do to care for her baby brother? I think she plays a big role. She watched over him until the Pharaoh's daughter came, and then she made the suggestion that I'd find a Hebrew nurse, and she didn't just choose any Hebrew nurse, she chose her mother. That was very smart. So who ended up raising that baby? His biological mother did. That's right. Now, in this story, since we are talking about caring for ourselves, my activity for you today is to go and find some old magazines, or maybe the inserts they mail you, the stores mail you. And I want you to find some pictures and make a collage. This is mine. I made a healthy collage, and it has quite a few pictures of people from Glee, because that was the magazine I had, and I have someone sleeping, someone singing, a little guy dancing. We have lots of different sports on there. And someone's reading as well. So those are some healthy activities that you could do after this. Now, I wish we were together to do this, but we can do it. You can say it with me. I'm going to do the prayer of protection. The light of God surrounds us. The love of God enfolds us. The power of God protects us. The presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well. Yay, God! So, I'm hoping you all have a wonderful week. I am missing you. And remember, this is important, especially now, to ask for what you need. And remember how it says, if I ask for what I need, I care for myself. Especially important now with things that are going on. Remember to hug your mom, hug your dad, and let them know that you love them. We'll get through this together. And remember, you are loved, special, and important to you. Namaste.